How you doing? How you doing? How you doing? How you doing?
How you are doing?
How you doing? How you doing? How you doing? Hey, how you doing? How you doing?
How you doing?
Hey, how you doing? How you doing? How you doing? How you doing? Yeah. How you doing? How you doing?
How you doing? Today we're going to start by learning the basics of Microsoft Word. Now, while you watch each video tutorial throughout the semester, you're going to have a project or note that you have to work along with as you watch your video tutorials, and this week is no different. As you watch the video today, you'll be answering some questions along the way, and you'll be creating a sample document as your project that you will turn in for grading as well. Now, there are notes that are included if you'd like to follow along in Notability, but these are not graded. So throughout the semester, I'm either going to give you a starting document to use, or you're going to have to create your own documents from scratch. So there are 3 ways that you can create your own Word documents. Now, the first way to create your own Word document is simply to open Microsoft Word. So we'll go to our Start menu, which is the Windows button down here, and we'll go and look into all of our apps, and we're going to scroll down until we see Word. And when we open Word, we are faced with a brand new document. The second way that we can create a new document in Word is by going to File and then New. And we get to choose from a bunch of different things here. Mostly we want to be working with this blank document, but if you ever wanted to use a template, you could choose that from below. But otherwise, it's just File, New, and I make sure I have blank document selected, and I have a blank new document. And the last way to create a new document in Word is by using a shortcut key. Shortcut keys are awesome. They save us tons of time. Instead of having to move our mouse, we just get to hit 2 keys on our keyboard, and we're done. Shortcut keys usually start with you pressing and holding Control, and then the first letter of whatever it is you're trying to do. So in this case, we're trying to make a new document, and the first letter of new is N. So if you go and you press and hold Control, and while you're pressing and holding Control, hit N, you should get a new document. So now that I have this blank document sitting here, I'm ready to start creating it. I'm ready to start doing something. In Word, when you create a document, there's this lovely little blinking light, and that is called our I-beam. And if you can look at my mouse right now, it's because it's in the shape of an eye. And creating a document is as easy as when you see that blinking I-beam, all you need to do is start typing. So, hi, I'm creating my new Word document. So here we are in Word. We've created this super cool, awesome document, and we're ready to save it. There are 2 different ways we can save in Word, and that's by doing either File Save or File Save As. The difference is that Save As is going to let you choose where you want to save it. Now in Microsoft Word 2016, both the Save and the Save As bring up the same menu over here on the right, and you're given a couple different options. OneDrive, this PC, you could pick your own frequent place to save, or you can choose Browse. You'll also see on the right that it gives us an aggregated list of where we've recently been saving our documents to. For us, we're really going to focus on clicking the Browse button. And when we open up our Browse button, we're going to make sure that we go into our OneDrive Triton account over here on our File Explorer in the left. So OneDrive Triton, and then you can go into your Computer Apps folder and Week 3. And then I can come and I can click in my file name and choose what to name it as. And we're going to go ahead and name it Sample Document, and then choose Save. And then you'll also see that the title bar has changed to Sample Document. And let's say I make some more changes. Here I am making changes. Awesome. I do not need to go back and do the whole File Save As, because I've already stated where I'm saving my file to. So this is a perfect time for me to either just do File, save, or I can hit this little floppy guy right here in the quick access toolbar. And as you notice, when I hover my mouse over it, it gives me the shortcut key for save, which is Control S. So there are kind of technically 4 ways that we could be saving. We do file, save. We could do a file, save as. We could hit this little floppy disk on our quick access toolbar, or I could use the shortcut key, Control S, and all would save my document.
So make sure you've written some really super cool bomb diggity stuff on your sample document and that you've saved it to the proper week in their computer apps folder. And then you can go ahead and you can close out of your sample document. But oh my gosh, dudes, just a minute. I had a couple of spelling errors on that last document. So I need to open that back up and fix those. So if I'm in Word, there are a couple different ways we can open our document. We can go up to File and choose Open. And we're going to see a very similar screen to what we saw when we did a file save as. So here we are looking at save as, and we have some places on the left, and then we had our current or most recent places we saved to. When we do a file open, we also have these 3 places on the left, as well as a browse. The only difference is that we have an automatic selection up here that is recent, and so we still see all the recent documents we worked on in the right half of our screen. It's just automatically clicked for us to open a recent document. Now, if for some weird reason your document isn't showing up in this recent list, you can go to Browse, and then you can go to your OneDrive Triton folder, Computer Apps, whatever week we're in, and open the sample document from here.
The last way that I can open up my document in Word is to use the shortcut key. Remember, shortcut key is just pressing and holding Control, and usually it's the first letter of whatever thing we're trying to do. So open starts with O, and the shortcut key for opening a document is Control O. And now again, I can choose my sample document to open it. Sometimes it's really nice to open multiple files at once. So let's say I need to have like 3 different Word files. And instead of having to do a file open, file open, file open,
I can open many files at once. So however you want to get your open box open, go ahead and do that. I'm going to use Control O. Then I'm going to click on Browse. And let's say I want to open my Word Basics and maybe my Word Basic Notes. All I need to do is single click the first file I want to open, and then I'm going to press and hold Control and click any other files I want to do. So I'm going to hold Control and click Word Basics, and if I wanted to pick another file, I'm still holding Control, and maybe I open Word Anatomy. Then I let go of Control and choose Open. And you're going to see that it's opening all of these up. And I have my Word Anatomy, I have my Word Basics, Notes, and I have my Word Basics.
And this trick actually works on all types of files. So let's say I was looking at a bunch of pictures and I wanted to select a bunch of pictures at once. Let's say I want this Amanda one. Now I'm just going to press and hold Control and I can choose. Okay, I want Elephant 2, and I want me, and Slothy. And notice, I've got all 4 selected, and I did that just by pressing Control and holding Control and using a single click. But back to our document, where remember I spelled some things wrong and I made some errors and I want to fix those. There are 3 different types of errors that will show up in Word for you. The first is a spelling error, and anytime you see a spelling error, so here's my cool spelling error or my gibberish spelling error, those are underlined in red. Okay, so red wavy lines means spelling errors.
Now grammar and tense errors are going to show up in blue wavy underlines.
Which if we read this sentence, I can hear her from far away. This is the wrong form of hear. Okay, it should be H-E-A-R. So sometimes when we have different forms of word like two, and two, or there, and they are, we use the wrong form. Word will show us that we used the wrong form by underlining it in blue.
So there's a couple different ways I can fix my spelling errors. The first would be to go up to the Review tab and choose Spelling and Grammar, and we're going to see the spell check show up over here on the right. Now if I close out of that, the second way to do that without having to go all the way up to Review is to simply right-click on any misspelled words. So here's super, should actually be super, and I can just choose that from my drop-down menu. The last option is down here on our status bar. We see our little book has an X, and that means that it's found proofing errors. So if I click that little X, it brings me right to my first one and brings back my spell check on the right. So I can say cool. Oh, I'm actually going to ignore that because I like that spelling. And diggity, I also can click ignore if I want. I can ignore boot, ignore that. I can change my form of here by clicking change. And I can change my grammar spacing errors by clicking change and change again. And when I'm done, I'll get the spelling and grammar is complete. And that X on the bottom will have turned to a check mark that says there are no proofing errors.
One last really cool thing about Microsoft Word is that it will automatically correct some of your spelling and grammar mistakes. For example, if you type a lowercase I, it will automatically capitalize it for you, so watch closely. And like I said, it does it super, super fast. Or if you make spelling errors like it automatically corrects it for you, which is super cool. And that wraps up the basics of Word. Woohoo!
At this point, you should have created your sample document, which you are going to submit to Schoology for grading. You should have also answered all the questions. Here's how you will submit your document for grading. Simply go to your computer apps course and then make sure you go into the correct week and open up that Word Basics video tutorial assignment. Over on the right, you'll see that you're able to submit an assignment. Then we are uploading a file that we've already created. So I'm in the Upload tab and I'm uploading a file. Now it's as easy as making sure that I go into my class, the correct week, and find my sample document and click open. Once it's completed uploading, I'm able to submit my document for grading.
Bye, Felicia.